I just like can't believe I have clear skin, guys. Hello everyone, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for quite some time. I honestly just didn't really have any ideas, and obviously can't really upload if you don't have ideas, or ideas that I liked at least. So I have no makeup on currently, I'm sure you can tell, and today's video is going to be how I cured my hormonal acne. It was partly natural and it was partly not. Just being honest. Before this video starts, I am not a dermatologist, I am not an endocrinologist, I am not a whatever kind of doctor that helps with skin or medication or anything. So take all of this with a grain of salt. Do your own research first. Please do not take anything I say, like if I say something wrong, you know, anything, okay? Like this is all just my trial and error, what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Just a little disclaimer. So I'm gonna start off this video by telling you how my skin was, my acne journey, how I got to where I am now, like what I used, everything I went through, etc, etc. If you don't want to listen to that, because I know when I used to watch these videos, I didn't really care about their journey, I just wanted to know how it happened. I will put a timestamp somewhere of when I start talking about how I cured it, but if you want to know about my journey, you can listen. Okay, so I've had acne since I can remember. I first got acne, I think like 7th grade is when I noticed I like started getting pimples, but it obviously wasn't anything crazy. And since 7th grade, I've had acne ever since. It was very mild. It wasn't, like I said, it was like your normal teenage, I'm hitting puberty type acne throughout middle school as well as high school, but I never had a clear face. I always had at least 3 on my face, I'd say, and in high school they were like the big ones. It was not fun, you know, on your nose. It was, but yeah, regardless, everyone had acne in high school. I didn't really, it didn't bother me as much in high school. And then I don't know what happened, but in college, when I started college, my skin just kind of freaked out. I'll be putting pictures, I guess, I don't know, probably of what my skin looked like. And no, my skin was not insanely horrible. I know that there was people out there that had way worse skin than I did, and thankfully mine was not like that. Like I didn't really have it on my cheeks, and it wasn't as bad as other people's, and thankfully, but like it was still bad for me at least. And yeah, I don't know what happened. I just started breaking out really bad around my mouth. Like it was always like all around here and like down here. It was just mainly like here. And I would still get pimples like everywhere else too, but like I would break out really bad around my mouth, and they would be like really big, painful pimples. Like they were like cystic. I don't know what they were. Like I don't know if cystic's the right word, but it was just really bad. And they, as soon as one would go away, another one would pop up. It was continuous. I never didn't have them. I used to get nervous about kissing a guy because, oh no, like he's gonna kiss me, we're gonna make out, and my makeup's gonna come off and he's gonna see all of my acne. Like no one besides my close friends really knew how bad my acne was, just because I did a pretty good job at covering it up with makeup. But like besides the fact of me having pimples, which you know, everyone can still see with makeup, my skin was very red. It was always red, just kind of everywhere. Just inflamed a lot of the time. It was, I honestly can't explain to you how like detrimental acne is on like mentally, not even just like physically to your skin, just like the mental toll that it takes on you. And a lot of people who have like clear skin, like I have friends who never really like dealt with acne like that, they don't think it's like that big of a deal. And that's totally understandable because they've never had it, and so I'm not like saying that they're assholes for it, but like unless you've actually dealt with acne in whatever the way that may be, like mild, severe, however you dealt with it, then you will know. If you've never really dealt with acne besides like a pimple or two, very rarely, then you don't know the mental toll. And I know it sounds stupid and it sounds really insane, like, oh, it's just skin, it's just pimples, everyone gets them, why would you be upset about it? But when like when you can't go outside without makeup on because you're that scared of people looking at you and like thinking that you're ugly, like I'm a pretty girl, I'm gonna I'm not trying to say that in like a weird way or like to brag or like sound conceited, but like I think I'm pretty. And to have the feeling of, okay, with makeup on, I'm pretty and guys like me and people, you know, whatever. And then switching that feeling to like no makeup on, and if I go out in public, like people are gonna think I'm ugly. Like I refused, I wouldn't go anywhere without makeup on when I had really bad acne. I wouldn't even go to my family's house without makeup on, as if I care what they think I look like. It's just, I can't explain the feeling of like walking outside, and even though no one's probably looking at you, which I know that now, at the time when you have all this shit on your face and you feel so ugly and you feel so bad about yourself, all you can think about is everyone. Like, oh my god, everyone's looking at me. Oh my god, they're staring at my acne. Oh my god, like they think I'm ugly. Like, no one's gonna want to talk to me. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody that looks like this. Like, it's honestly one of the worst feelings in the entire world. So at the time, I was in my biggest, like, I want to be all natural. At the time, I wanted to be all natural and eat very healthy and not put any chemicals on my face like that. And I'm still like that. I'm just not to the extent that I was. So that's kind of also, I think, why it took me so long, because it was doing it that way is a lot of trial and error, sadly. So I tried everything before the, oh my god. Ugh. Before I did the natural route, I tried all the unnatural things. I tried Proactive, I tried Neutrogena, I tried literally any acne face wash or medication or whatever that you can see on the shelves at Walgreens or Target. Trust me, I've done it. Nothing helped. And that was before I got into the whole natural stuff. Like, I didn't know about it really at the time because that was like high school. But yeah, then I went to a dermatologist. I think it was in high school as well. I went to a dermatologist. They prescribed me to just wash my face with Cetaphil. They prescribed me Adaptogens, I think it was. I don't know. They prescribed me some stuff and this other thing that smelled like sunscreen. It was really gross. And I just didn't like it. It smelled really bad. It, you know, dried out your skin and like, I mean, common sense, it didn't make sense for me to have my skin inflamed and red and dried out. I don't know. So yeah, I stopped using that, and then when I got into the natural stuff after high school, it was literally just trial and error of using honey, using the oil cleansing method, using literally anything. I can't even remember anymore all the stuff I used. I bought different face washes that were organic. I bought stuff that was half organic. Literally anything that you can imagine. I did that black African soap. I did literally anything. That broke me out, by the way, real bad. Long story short, I tried absolutely every face. If you name one, I used it, trust me. So I kind of like gave up. Not like gave up, I still wanted to be natural, so I just kind of was sticking to like, I forgot what I was doing at the time. I think I just kept continuously trying different natural things and going back to honey and going back to just a regular face wash, and it made me, I wouldn't use the word depressed. I don't want to say I was depressed because I don't know, but I was very much in a hole. Because when you're like that, you just think, like, you look in the mirror every day and you're like, this is never gonna get better. You don't think it's ever gonna go away. I literally was like, I'm gonna be that adult that is gonna have acne on my wedding. I'm gonna have acne when I have kids. I'm gonna have acne. It's gonna be a thing for the rest of my life. And I used to dead ass lay awake at night bawling my eyes out. And I mean, bawling. Like, the type of thing. I'm not really a big believer in God. I mean, just putting it out there. Like, I'm agnostic. If you don't know what it is, Google it. But in that moment, I literally would lay in bed just crying, like, God, please clear my skin. Like, I can't do this anymore. Like, no one's gonna love me. No one's gonna want me. Like, I mean, I was in a hole. Like a insane mental disasterly hole. And I know it probably sounds really stupid to a lot of you, but like, oh, it's just appearance, you know. But like I said, you won't know what I mean unless you've done it or you've been through it. But yeah, feels like a long time ago now, but it wasn't. Sorry, not gonna cry. That would be a pussy thing to do. So yeah, it was bad. All right, I cried a lot. It was All right, enough of that bullshit. Let's get to how I'm pretty fucking clear, I'd say so myself. Okay, so during that whole time I was on birth control. I started birth control when I was 15 for my cramps. I used to get really bad cramps, didn't want to go to school, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So I was on birth control, the same one. I was on Azarette from 15 until sometime in college, I don't know. And by the way, I'm in my senior year of college. But yeah, then I switched over to a different birth control for, I forgot what it was called, Nikki, I think. They switched me to Nikki, I forgot why, for a little bit. I think it was like a couple months or so, and I felt, it made me really moody and depressed, and I was like, it was not good. So I stayed on that for a little bit, and then it was about, I'd say 4 or 5 months ago now, where I was like, okay, enough of Nikki, I need to switch to something. And this is when I kind of was like, I'm gonna go on a birth control that helps acne, that's supposed to help acne, and just see if it works. You know, maybe it'll help me a little bit. Let me rewind. When I was having acne, I cut out dairy. I would say probably, it's been definitely over a year for sure. But it was when I cut it out, I would cut it out, but I would still kind of eat cheese, and then I would cut it out, and then I would have whatever. Like, I wasn't really strict on it, and then I became really strict on it to the point where like I wouldn't eat out because they use butter when they cook your stuff, or I wouldn't eat out because the bread has dairy in it. I became very strict on it, like absolutely zero dairy for probably like at least 6 months. Like it was a while. And then now, like fast forward to now, I'm back on like, I don't eat dairy, but I do, because my acne cleared up, I like play with it a little bit. And so like if I can not have dairy, like my coffee I put almond milk in it, but like if I'm out to eat, I'm not stressing about it. If I'm using butter on my potatoes, you know what I mean? Like I'm not crazy about it anymore. When I had my acne and I was kind of just like playing around and stuff, I went to the doctors for my heart. I had like a heart thing, and they actually wanted to run my like hormones and like whatever. And it came back that my cortisol level was very high. If you don't know what cortisol is, it's your like stress hormone. And basically your stress hormone is supposed to be, it's supposed to rise in the morning to kind of get you up and going and ready for the day. And then it's supposed to level off throughout the day. And then it's supposed to drop down at night so you can go to bed. My levels were really high in the morning, still pretty high during the day. And then at nighttime they would shoot up again. And that's why like I could never sleep. Like that was, for a long time, I could never fall asleep. So he's like, this all makes sense of why you're not sleeping and blah, 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 blah. So he put me on adaptogens, which are these little guys. You don't have to get prescribed them. Like these are actually like a natural supplement. Like it's, your body already produces adaptogens. So it's not like bad for you or anything. And I noticed when I took those, my acne reduced at the time. Because obviously stress plays into acne, and it did not clear my acne. I'm just saying like it helped reduce it. This whole video, by the way, is gonna be a lot of this helped this, but it wasn't fully, and this helped this, but it wasn't fully, because honestly, there's not a one magical cure. There's not one thing that's like, oh, it cured my acne. Everything is, it all plays into a circle, you know? It's all, you know what I'm saying. So that helped a little bit. I'm not on those anymore. I don't take them. I also was taking probiotics. Okay, I started taking the 1MD Complete Probiotics Platinum. Probiotics help your gut. If you have like an unhealthy gut, that can reflect to your skin, everything, you know, your stomach. So I took these for a while. Honestly, I don't know if they made a difference. I'm gonna assume so. Even if they didn't, they're just good for you in general. I don't know, do your research. And then I came across someone's video, I honestly don't remember who, and she said that she was taking L-Lysine, which is something that your body produces already again. But some people just don't make enough, and it helps with like your skin and like it's skin tissue. And so I started taking those. As you can tell, maybe, I don't know if you can see, I took a lot. This thing was full and I'm down to here. But yeah, I just bought this off Amazon. It's L-Lysine. I don't really take this anymore, but just sometimes. It's a freeform skin and tissue support. Those I did notice an improvement, I think. It's really hard to like explain or let you know where my skin was at each point of my life with these supplements and everything that I was doing in my diet, because I was kind of doing everything at once. You know, I was taking like all 3 of these or all 2 of these, and then doing a different face wash, and then trying a different oil, and then changing my diet this way. Like, so I was just bad at it. All right, enough chit chatter. This has been like already such a long video. I'm so sorry. So basically what got me to what I am now is, so I switched my birth control. How I said that I was gonna switch it again, something that like helped my acne. My gynecologist prescribed me, or I don't know, whatever, switched me to Lornya birth control, which is supposed to help acne. They said it takes about 3 months before improvements start, or whatever. So for those 3 months, my skin was like whatever. It was just kind of normal, like how it, not normal, it's how it was. And then like around the 3-month mark, I started noticing improvements, but my whole like acne wasn't cleared. Like I was still breaking out. It just wasn't as much. So I'm like, oh, like, okay, it clearly helps a bit, just not, it doesn't clear everything away. I didn't expect it to. I honestly read really bad reviews about Lornya, so I didn't go off of it because I'm like, well, hey, at least that helps. I like this birth control. It doesn't make me feel weird. I'm gonna stay on it. It cleared up enough to the point where I was like comfortable in going without makeup at this point. I kind of like accepted it, and I still had acne, but like I said, it wasn't like horrific like it was before. So I was kind of more comfortable about not wearing makeup. And so during that point, I think I was taking L-Lysine, my birth control, and then I started going to work without makeup. Every day I wasn't really wearing makeup, except when I would like go out on the weekends. And that is honestly when I noticed my biggest like skin improvement. It started clearing up, and then I wasn't getting any. Like it's honestly magical. I don't know what happened. Like I wish I could tell you my exact, like, this is what I took, this is what happened, here it is, this is what you have to take, and that's what it is. But no. Also during this, for like those months, I came across this face wash. It is organic. It's a tea tree oil face wash. It's for oily and acne prone skin. It's from Amazon. This is my 2nd bottle. I'm almost out. I've been using it for a while now. I use this in conjunction with the Vanity Planet, and I know everybody talks about this, and I hate that everybody talks about it, but it really is fucking amazing. There was like a week where my batteries were dead, so I was using my hands. Why am I still holding this? I was using my hands just with this face wash, and I started breaking out. Dead ass, guys. Dead ass started breaking out. Like, because your hands can only do so much. I mean, so I think like the Vanity Planet spin brush actually like helped a lot. But yeah, this face wash, honestly, it's just one of those face washes. It doesn't break me out. It keeps my face clear, like keeps my face clean. It doesn't break me out. That's all you need for a face wash. Like if you're clearing your acne some other way, like if your acne's hormonal, a face wash isn't gonna do shit for you, okay? You have to do that internally, just to let you know. It can help clear up what you have and keep other ones from forming, like, that are bacterial. So during that time also, when I was clearing it and it was starting to go away, I was eating pretty decent. Diet does have a lot to do with it, I think. All in all, I attribute my clear skin to my eating, L-Lysine, the birth control, and no makeup. My 2 biggest things, I think, this is just my perception, I could totally be wrong, is the birth control and wearing no makeup, honestly. I think the birth control helped my hormonal side of things, as well as the L-Lysine, because, you know, it's producing more skin, or not more skin. I've been talking too much, I'm just losing my mind. You know what it does. It helped, okay? And then as for the bacteria side, which I'm just not always on top of it, clearly, because I have a fucking pimple. Just me not wearing makeup and not clogging my pores and letting my skin breathe. And I heard that so much when I had acne. Honestly, guys, think that was a huge thing, and I could totally be wrong, but like, just from the way my skin reacted when I stopped wearing makeup, I just think so. So since then, David Dobrik. Since then, get you like a nice zoom in. So I still have scarring, obviously, and redness. So like all of these, like, whatever, and like this right here is a scar, or not, they're not scars, it's called hyperpigmentation, but we'll call them scars. Hyperpigmentation. So yeah, I have like discoloration or whatever. So like these used to be pimples, and now it's completely flat. It's just a mark that was left, as well as this one, as well as this one. All like the redness everywhere. This I just always have. I don't know, it's just red there all the time. Anything else that you really see, this is actually a pimple. It just like won't go away. I don't know what it is, honestly. It's like one of those like under the skin pimples. I still get acne. Like I said, there was no magical cure of where I'm just totally cured from acne. Like I just got one, where was it? I think it was this right here. It's still kind of there, barely. But my period was coming and big ass freaking zit popped down right in the hormonal area because my period was coming. So that's gonna happen. There's no cure to that. Like you're gonna break out until you grow out of it or whatever the fuck. My skin has never, I mean ever, been like this since I was a kid, since I was in elementary school. Ever. Speechless. Like I honestly, I never thought I'd be able to say I have clear skin, and I do. And I've watched videos like this of girls saying that, and I'm like, that's never gonna be, and that was never gonna be me. And here I am, I just can't explain how like overjoyed and insanely amazing I feel, like, because I just never thought it was gonna happen. And so if you're the old me thinking it was never gonna happen and you're watching this, it'll happen, trust me. You just have to give it time. It took me fucking 4 years basically, but it's surreal. It's honestly insanely surreal, and it's honestly like, it's just honestly like insane. I don't know. You go so long with like having bad acne, and then it's finally clear, and you kind of like, I'm like scared to do anything to like mess it up. I'm just really happy. I said I want to cry. That's the end of that. I'm sure I forgot a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't want this to be insanely long, even though it's probably already gonna be insanely long. But yeah, that's that. I have pretty fucking clear skin now, and that's how I did it. And that's my story, that's my acne journey. So that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you watched this whole long ass fucking video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below something if you wanna. Bye. Oh, I fucked it up.